Welcome to the channel. My name is Matthias. Today we're going to talk about a really odd story. It's an Excalibur one-shot called Weird War 3, written by Michael Higgins. And the story, as we progress through it, it's really shaky. It has its issues, and the art really does not work for me from Tom Morgan and Justin Time. And also the color palette that the colorists use, so Brad Vancata and Joe Rosas, I really did not enjoy what they were going for. So the whole thing with Excalibur and their base of operations during this time, the lighthouse, it was like this nexus of reality. And so every once in a while, like someone would slip into the 616 universe and Excalibur would have to deal with them, or the other way around. But in this story, what happens is Excalibur ends up in this reality where the Nazis took over the world. Excalibur, early on in their ongoing series, they had dealt with their own version of their team from this reality, end up in the 616 universe. They battled. And it was like this really fascinating interpretation of the team, especially with Kitty Pryde and the fact that she was Jewish. So she was like this slave. And she really reminded me of Rachel Summers, like as this hound. The whole concept was like really, really dark and tragic. I feel like Chris Claremont really killed it with that particular idea. Now, we discovered pretty early on that the Xavier of this reality is one of like the heads of the Nazi government. He's not the right hand man of Hitler, but like they're sort of like adversaries. They're sort of like both jockeying for power. During the whole Nazi takeover, basically Xavier was just turning mutants' minds into silly putty, like killing off giant swaths of mutant population. It seems it was like fit into the whole final solution type of thing. But the thing is that he had picked a couple of mutants to experiment on. He was like creating his own X-Men warped version of the X-Men. And things have gotten so bad between him, the Red Skull, and Hitler that Red Skull really wants to make a move to take him down. So now we have Excalibur. They're in this reality. They obviously enter into conflict with the powers that be. And this actually leads to Excalibur, like seeking refuge on Bureau Island. They meet the Moira McTaggart of this reality. Obviously, she's also a Nazi. She has her own version of the X-Men called the Reichsmen. And the thing is that they battle it out. Everyone seems to be like super evil. And then out of nowhere, like this evil Moira McTaggart has a change of heart. And she tells Excalibur, look, I'll help you take down Hitler and fix this world. And the thing is that she has actually spare costumes of the Excalibur from this reality, so they can put them on and trick the Nazi forces that they're one of them. So now we have Excalibur in their new getups. They go and confront Xavier. Like, I don't understand why they go and try to battle Xavier, like how this is going to fix the whole situation that they're in the wrong reality. The thing is that Xavier's base of operations is in the middle of a concentration camp. It's like really dark. Rachel Summers, Phoenix has a hard time there due to the mental feedback of all the people that have died in that place. It almost pushes her to the brink of madness, to the point that the Phoenix Force actually turns like into this dark anti-Phoenix. So what happens, we have Red Skull. He hooks up Hitler to this machine. He's going to turn him into a god so he could take down Xavier. And this crazy comic book machine feeds off the suffering of people at the concentration camps. Hitler, who was like this decrepit man in a wheelchair, becomes like super young and crazy powerful. While all this is going down, Xavier's fighting against Excalibur. Excalibur does not stand a chance. Since this Dark Phoenix, the battle with Xavier, and this whole situation with Hitler is happening at the same time, we have like this odd feedback loop that leads to Xavier just pretty much exploding out of existence. Hitler reverts back to being a baby and then just disappears from existence. It's pretty off the wall. For some reason, outside of this Dark Phoenix, we have like this rainbow projecting out of it. Now, Charles Xavier, like even though he has died, his essence, his soul has obtained cosmic consciousness, and now he's good. And now he has become the benevolent caretaker of this reality with some crazy eyebrows. And all of a sudden, Excalibur are just teleported back to the reality. Nothing makes sense at the end of this story. But we're going to leave things here. Hope you guys liked it. See you guys next time. Bye.